What's going on, my fellow Jedi and Padawans? Welcome back to another Jedi gaming video. Thank you guys so much for coming back to the channel, and if you guys are new, welcome. I hope the day is treating everybody fantastic and y'all are getting through the week. Hump day is here and we just got to get through today, push through the weekend, and have some fun. So just thank you guys so much for always coming back during the week and checking out the channel, showing me the support with all the subscribers, views, likes, everything like that. Just blows me away, and I can't say thank you enough to you guys for all of that. So just thank you, and let's get into today's video, going over some things from our last TWAB on Thursday that got me kind of concerned and just want to know what you guys think about this. So we're gonna go over this little section right here, artifact mod updates. Insert your orb memes here, because let me tell you, it is definitely memeable with Bungie doing what they did. So first off, we're gonna go over some artifact changes, as you can see in this first little paragraph right here. Now, all players can unlock all 25 artifact mods theoretically via XP gain. So the first 12 are going to be pretty much the same XP requirements that we need now to unlock our first 12 mods, and then after that, instead of being stuck with only 12 and having to reset if you change something, which we still have that option to reset if we want to kind of pick different mods to use, after the 12th one we can unlock other mods based on increased XP. So kind of like our light level that we get bonus power levels for XP, you know, getting right now we're at like plus 30, plus 31 if you play a lot right now, especially with the season being long. So it's kind of the same thing with our mods though. So each one after the 12th will require an increased amount of XP to unlock, but theoretically you can unlock all 25 if you have enough XP for the season. Next off, we're going to be talking over some champion changes real quick, nothing too crazy. So anti-barrier mods for next season, we're going to have scouts and bows, which is super sweet, bringing back some classics. For our overload, it looks like it's going to be auto rifle and SMGs. So they said they're going to be trying to make disrupting overloads more consistent than in previous seasons, especially with the auto rifles and SMGs that we're going to be getting with season 16 and Witch Queen. Now, they're also highlighting that the new weapon, the glaive archetype coming in Witch Queen, varying amounts of artifact mods will be allowing this glaive to do unstoppable champions. So we're going to get a bunch of different weapons that have the archetype of glaive, and with our artifact mods be able to do a lot with them, and it seems like they are going to be one of our unstoppable champion mods that we can use to blow these champions away. Poke them, stab them, shoot them when it's charged. Not really sure how this thing's going to work, but weapon crafting is going to be absolutely crazy, and I'm excited to see where they go with it. So these last two paragraphs right here deal with masterworked items within our inventory. So the top paragraph is for our armor and our bottom paragraph is for weapons. Especially the bottom paragraph is going to be something that I am the most interested about, because I think it's kind of a jacked up trade that we have to actually do to get orbs of power now. It's going to be very interesting, but let's go over the masterworked armor first. So to change the energy type on a legendary piece of armor, it's getting reduced in cost, so we only have to pay 10,000 glimmer and one upgrade module to, let's say, turn it from a masterworked solar piece of armor to a masterworked stasis piece of armor. And then for our exotics, it's basically the same thing, only 20,000 glimmer to change, and then one upgrade module. So if you have like exotic stompies that you want to go from arc to solar, it's only going to be that little bit of cost difference with 20,000 glimmer and one upgrade module. Now, masterworking the armor will be the same, so working its way up like exotics, when you get from going from 9 to 10 and actually masterworking it, it's still going to cost you your 3 ascendant shards to do, and then like legendary still only going to cost 1. So the amount of materials to actually masterwork it remained unchanged, but once you masterwork it, being able to switch those elemental energy types on the armor is so nice with having that reduced cost. Finally, right here, this last paragraph, you might have to read through it a couple times while I talk about it, but it seems like it's going to be absolutely so hard for us Guardians to create Orbs of Light. I guess some things are going to be easier, but I think that it takes away a lot of what we worked for with getting Orbs of Power and masterworking all our weapons beforehand, so we can get those orbs on multi-kills, and now it's just totally different. So, new weapon crafting system encourages us to use many different weapons. This also requires us to use masterwork materials on a weapon to charge it up, and you might only use this weapon for an hour or so. So to combat this, and then to also combat the exotics that aren't masterworked or don't have catalysts, for them to give us orbs as well, this is how they are changing it. Orb generation on weapon multi-kills no longer are a thing for the Masterworked objective. Now they are done with armor mods that are on your helmet, which get unlocked at the beginning of the season for everybody. So you're going to have to put a weapon mod on your helmet to create Orbs of Light, even if your weapon is Masterwork and has been Masterworked for years. Each of these mods allows weapons of a particular damage type to create orbs, so like Void mods will be able to allow Void weapons to create these Orbs of Power, as well as kinetic weapons that fall under some of these mods. So these mods being on our helmet cause an issue in itself, because this is where our ammo finder mods are. So if we want to have fusion finder, rocket finder, we might not be able to have those, just so we can put on an armor mod that allows us to create Orbs of Light with whatever gun we're using, and then that's going to make using weapons for match game and some of the end game content so much harder, because if we're using an arc fusion rifle and a solar rocket, we're only going to be able to create Orbs of Power from, it seems like, one of those certain damage types, and then maybe our kinetic if it falls under whatever the mod is for us. It just seems like it's going to be a lot of work for us Guardians to get orbs to generate. It's going to be changing the mod scene with all of our Charged with Light mods, not being able to get them nearly as fast. So it's going to be definitely different with these Orbs of Power, getting your super back faster. You can't just spam like an SMG, something that creates Orbs of Power all the time on multi-kills. With it being Masterworked, you're going to have to slot these very specific armor mods, it seems like, and it's taking away a lot from us with our ammo finders and etc. like that. And it does say that a single mod covers multiple weapons in your arsenal if they share the same damage type. This also applies to weapons of changing damage type like hard light or a kinetic weapon with osmosis. So does that mean that only kinetic weapons with osmosis will be able to create Orbs of Light because they're not having certain burns on them? I don't know. It just seems like it's going to be super unfriendly for the average bear with the getting power orbs and generation on kills and stuff like that. It is nice that, like they said at the end here, that we'll be able to generate orbs on stuff that doesn't have catalyst for exotics like Cloudstrike, Thorn, Thunderlord, Teraba, and then any other like legendary that's not masterworked. But it doesn't, to me, really make up for the economy of upgrade materials that we're losing. I would rather be able to use a masterworked weapon, even if it costs me more materials to get there, to be able to generate Orbs of Power, than having to rely on an armor mod that takes away other essential things for me, because they are already a slight low mod economy with only having 10 energy to put on a certain armor piece. And let's say the mods cost 4 each, and then you're stuck with having 2 of these mods on for 2 different gun types when you're in any game activity, and then you can't slot anything else because that's already 8 out of your 10 energy slots. So we'll see how this really plays out in the end. I'm not sure what's gonna happen, but maybe it's really good for the game. We will just have to wait and see once Witch Queen drops. So you guys let me know what you guys think this is gonna be like, and if you guys think it's just gonna be absolute trash, or if it's gonna be super helpful because of the exotic weapons that we're going to be able to get orbs to drop for and stuff like that. But I think it's just going to create so many issues and complaints within the game. But we'll see. So thank you guys so much for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.